Hello, everyone. My name is Tanya Hertz, and I am the Executive Director of the San Diego Miramar College Rec Innovation Lab. And we are going to be sharing with you today our year in review, talking about what we've done over the last year at the Rec, and we've done a lot. And so now I'm going to introduce you to the team, starting with Crystal.
Hi, everyone. I'm Crystal Burns, the Student Liaison.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Merkins. I'm the Mentor Coordinator.
Hi, everyone. I'm John Clayton, and I'm the Project Assistant for the REC.
And I'm Jessica Thomas, and I'm also a Project Assistant.
Thank you, team. And we are going to be sharing with you what we've done, like I said, over the last year, but we're going to start by telling a little bit about the REC and its mission. And our mission is to support disproportionately impacted low-income students. We're a community business incubator. We're dedicated to diversity, to equity, to inclusion. We're dedicated to helping our student founders to solve real-world problems by launching high-growth startup businesses. And we are able to provide our students with critical resources to build their businesses. And if you all have access to this PowerPoint, if you click on either of these photos here, it will take you to videos. You can watch some of the videos that we've created, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the goals that we have at the REC, both short and long term. Some of the short-term goals include building a studio in the M building to share with the business department. We have a lot of moving parts with our program, and we're just working on increasing our efficacy and our operations just to streamline the whole process. But the big project that we're working on is the renovation of the REC, and that C building at Miramar College. We're transitioning from a totally virtual program to an in-person or hybrid program, and we're renovating that building, and we're hoping to be done with that project by the end of this semester, so that next semester we can move on in. And we are right now in phase 4 of that project. And it's exciting. So you'll see lots of construction on campus as we're moving into the building. And we've been able to do all of this because of the funds that we've raised in donations, in strong workforce funds, and a lot of in-kind donations from our many partners. In fact, we've raised a total of over $1.6 million to date, and we are anticipating with additional grants and funding coming in that that number could as much as double in the next year. And Angela, pass it over to you to talk about our temporary space.
Thank you. While we're renovating the C building for our permanent home, we have a temporary rec lab space in the S5105 building. And as you can see here, some of the resources that we have, and we were setting up the lab. We have 3D printers, vinyl cutters, and VR headsets for our VR lab. Next slide. So as you can see, we have we give all of our student founders approximately $66,000 in resources. Here's a list of the resources that our student founders can get while being in the Rec Innovation Lab. And we have a physical lab space that has all of these resources and more. We have a maker space, we have prototyping, we have a VR lab, we have a space for people to meet with their mentors and to pitch in front of angel investors. Here is a glimpse of what our recording studio is going to look like, the faculty recording studios, excuse me, at the M building. It's going to be for audio and visual recordings. And here, I'm going to pass it on back to Tanya.
Thank you so much, Angela, for telling us a little bit about our on-campus space. And all of this is possible because of our amazing mentors. These are our current mentors that we have, or partners that we have at the Rec Innovation Lab. And these partners help us with donations. They help us with mentorship, with guidance for our student founders, and we're really grateful to them and proud of the relationships that we have made with these amazing entrepreneurs. Another thing that we're proud of that we launched this last year was the Child Development Entrepreneurship Joint Certificate. And this is for students who want to start businesses in child development to increase their earnings. And we're really hoping that this program can be a model for schools across the country and also for other programs here at Miramar College. There are many students that could benefit from taking entrepreneurship classes and learn how to start their own businesses so that they can increase their wages. Angela?
Thank you, Tanya. So we have our dual enrollment program here at the rec. We started it off in 2020 doing a pilot program. We had 30 students, 20 teams. And from that, we created our dual enrollment program with our high school students. And as you can see on the next slide, these students are just doing an amazing job. We are connecting them. We're creating a pipeline from, high school to college to university through this program. We have students that have gone through our program are also pitching to investors and are also being asked to apply for or to pitch on Shark Tank. And these students are pitching at adult competitions. So not just other fellow high school students. And our high school program alumni was Brett Kim here. He actually was accepted and is currently attending Harvard. And he's also come back to connect other fellow rec students with Harvard alumni. And we also did a collaboration with the Harvard Business alumni here in San Diego with current high school students, and they provided mentorship and helped us put on a pitch competition. So, and just to show you guys, a lot of our student founders are being recognized in the press. Several of our startups have been had articles on them in the LA Times, KUSI, News 10, and this, of course, the San Diego Business Journal. And this past semester, we worked really with a few of our partners here in San Diego, San Diego Lab and Entrepreneurship Center, the Center for Leadership and Entrepreneurship Studies, and SCORE to put on a San Diego Entrepreneurship Bootcamp for diverse and minority business owners here in San Diego. And it was amazing. It was really a very successful program. So I'd like to pass it on to Crystal, I believe.
All right, thank you very much, Angela. So as we mentioned before, our startups have had the opportunity to participate in several pitch competitions, some of them winning $4,000, $5,000. We also recently participated in the San Diego Startup Pitch Competition, where 7 out of the 12 places were rec startup students, which is huge. Next, sorry. And then we also have had opportunities for our high school students to virtual row. They actually got invited to interview for Shark Tank. Next slide. And in addition to our pitch competitions, Tanya Hertz has also won several awards. She won the San Diego Business Journal Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Award, the Women's Venture, a Female Founder Advocate, another one also for diversity and inclusion. And recently, she was nominated for the Startup Champion of the Year through Startup San Diego. Next slide. And our team actually got to meet in person and support Tanya during the award ceremony. Next slide. In the fall of 2021, we implemented Business 229 A through D, which is a guided pathway for students depending on which where they're at in their business. And so each class focuses on student learning outcomes to help them move on to the next class. Next slide.
Thank you, Crystal. So I'm going to go over and talk to you guys about our virtual reality lab space. And we have several of our startups here at the Rec Innovation Lab that are using VR in their startup companies. Next slide, please. As you can see here, one of them is Spacefold VR, and this is Julius Alejandro. He has created Spacefold VR, where he's created this virtual environment for students to get connected with entrepreneurs, with angel investors and VCs. So it's been amazing watching his company grow. Here is an example of the VR simulation that he created for Spacefold VR, and these are students, actual rec students who were pitching in VR directly with angel investors last semester. And we are working with several universities across the United States. This is one of our examples. We're working with Shalini, who is out of Northern California, and she's working with us as far as VR and design thinking goes, and with our students. And I'm gonna pass it over to Tanya.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Angela. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the things that we're doing in virtual reality at the rec in conjunction with our partners in collaboration with some of the partners like San Diego State University. We've done several pitch competitions, hackathons, events with our partners. And here you see one of the events that we did last year, where we did a virtual reality event where students from the rec and from San Diego State University together pitched to angel investors, actual angel investors in virtual reality. So they never had to be face-to-face, and they got that face-to-face experience while they were alone in virtual reality. So this was just a really amazing program, cutting edge, nothing really like it that we've seen in really anywhere in the United States. So we're really on the cutting edge of technology and using resources to the best of their ability, including teaching classes in virtual reality. We started teaching classes in virtual reality back in November of 2020. And we did that in conjunction with another one of our startups at the rec, TCXR, which is a student-led startup that created a platform for us to actually teach our students in virtual reality, regardless of if they had the virtual reality equipment at home. We got a lot of interest and engagement because of it, a lot of media attention because of these kinds of things that we're doing. In fact, we even attended a conference in virtual reality. This is a picture from Convergence at Startup San Diego this last year, which part of it was held in virtual reality. And our students are ahead of students from anywhere because we're doing these kind of cutting edge, cool things with them. In fact, we even did Startup Quest, which is like a hackathon with students from across the region. And in fact, across the border as well. We had students from Cetis University in Tijuana and UCSD, USD, SDSU, and Miramar College, all working together. And we did part of this experience in virtual reality. And the next iteration of Startup Quest is coming up in April of this year, and we're very excited about that. And Angela, you want to talk a little bit more about some of our student-led VR businesses?
Yeah, so some of our student-led VR businesses include Virtual Road, which is using virtual reality for helping teenagers learn how to drive, Cloud Club Collective, and also the Commons XR is a teaching platform in VR for teachers. So I'm going to pass it on to John. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. Startup San Diego is one of the great partnerships that the rec has. Next slide. It allows our student founders to set up booths, pitch their marketing material, meet with other founders and other investors that help with their companies. Passing over to Tanya.
And there we go. And another one of our amazing partnerships is with Connect. And we're just so excited. We just recently received a donation from Connect of over $10,000 in advertising and a sponsorship for our students to host booths at Petco Park at 2022 Innovation Day. We got $25 student tickets, 40 of them donated to us. We got 40 $20 food and non-alcoholic drink tickets, plus that advertising for this really innovative event. There's anticipated to be over 2,000 attendees in the technology, life science, and biotech arena, but all of our students are attending and will have the opportunity to network with leaders in the entrepreneurship ecosystem. We also provide our students the opportunity to speak at the CEEC. We've done this 6 years in a row. I've spoke there, and we're again this year speaking at the California Entrepreneurship Educators Conference. Last year, the focus was actually the pipeline between high school through community college to university or on to startups for entrepreneurs, and brought us a lot of attention, a lot of people in the entrepreneurship ecosystem learning about our program, and we'll continue to do so this April at SDSU.
The rec has a really great videographer, Mike Clark, who helps our students put together really great videos and commercials that represent their companies. Next slide. The rec also has a lot of pilot programs, a couple which we talked about already, the Startup Quest and the high school pilot programs. One of our great programs is the Train and Gain program. That's something that we've participated in ourselves. Next slide. And you can see some of my metrics from out of that program. I've worked with a lot of the workshops, student founder engagements, a few of our companies, Cromshies, Divine Solar, and I was able to work with Paracletos using a lot of those skills. Social media growth is also a big part of the Train and Gain, as well as other things such as etiquette, business etiquette, including emails and scheduling meetings.
Hi, and again, I'm Jessica Thomas, and here are some of the projects that I've done while working here at the rec. I've worked closely with the staff here. I've done some organization of the Google Drive, and I've worked closely with other staff members to organize and complete formatting assignments. Being a part of the Train and Gain, I think most importantly, what I've learned here has helped me a lot. By being able to come here, I have learned so much about social media and how important it is to business and podcasting. Without this opportunity, I don't think that I would have ever really learned these things. Okay, so the rec began in 2020 with 18 startups. And since then, we have grown to 44 startups. As you can see here by the graph, we've consistently gone in an upward fashion. Here are some of the startups at the rec. If anyone wants to know more about these startups or what they do, they could contact someone from the rec. And the next slide talks about our cohorts. Here, these are some from summer where we, yes, and here's fall. So here's some of the summer and fall cohorts that we have worked with through the time that we've been operating. Okay, the rec assists many people, irregardless of age or background. So taking a look at our fall 2020 numbers, you can see the diversity that is displayed here in age. And we help anyone who, irregardless of their technical abilities, they can learn a lot here and always have a place at the rec. In 2020 and 2019, this is our diversity graph for equality and inclusion. And this is for 2019 and 2020. And this is our 2020 and 2021 snapshot on gender. As you can see, it is something where we are almost balanced out at.
Thank you, Jess. I'd like to talk to you guys about our workshops here at the Rec Innovation Lab. We have about 2 to 3 workshops each week that we provide to our students from various mentors and partners here in the community. If you'd like to join us, you're more than welcome to. You can see it by clicking on the Eventbrite there link. We also have all of our workshops on our YouTube channel, and many of our workshops are, you could attend for faculty and staff. You can get flex credit by attending these workshops as well. So we have over 150 workshops hosted just last year alone. We had more than 5,000 attendees. And I just wanted to point out that all of our workshops are open educational resources available for you guys and for staff and for faculty. And we have over 28 videos available as well.
428 videos.
428. Thank you, Tanya. And I wanted just to mention one of our workshops last year was a hybrid workshop that we did on creating promotional materials, where we were both in person and on Zoom, and our students were able to create promotional materials such as putting logos on their t-shirts for their company names.
And these resources, thanks, Angela. I was just wanted to point out that these resources are also available to faculty and staff here at Miramar. We'll have more workshops like this workshop throughout the semester, and you can come and put your logo on a t-shirt or slogan, or maybe you want to make a shirt that says it's in the syllabus, right? Whatever you want to put, these kinds of things are available to you. And we'll let you know as they're coming closer. So currently we have 44 startups going through the program this semester. That's a lot, considering that most other programs have under 20. And also considering that we need to meet with each one of these startups one-on-one weekly. And so you can imagine the amount of work that goes into a program like this. We've had over 600 students that we've served so far. We have in excess of 14,000 social media followers, and that's really part of our outreach and also part of teaching our students the importance of digital marketing and social media in this day and age. We've had a lot of success with our YouTube videos, and really our primary distribution channel is LinkedIn. That's how we stay connected with all of you, with our students, with our alum, and our following goes up and up and up. You might have seen our posts. We post typically 3 to 5 times per week, sharing the successes and letting people know this amazing program. And so if you're not connected with us on LinkedIn, make sure to connect with us there. And Crystal, would you like to talk with us about the digital badge program that we've started?
Thank you, Tanya. So in the spring of 2021, we implemented a digital badging program using Badger, which is integrated in Canvas. So we have over 40 badges now, and students can get these badges by attending workshops, completing assignments, and we also have badges for our mentors. And this allows the students to put their accomplishments basically online. They can show all the skills that they've learned. So we also help teachers implement them into their classrooms as well, if that's something that teachers are interested in. Thank you. Angela, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Crystal. So I just want to mention really quickly, we have a mentorship program here at the Rec Innovation Lab. We started off in spring of 2020 with 50 mentors, and over the past year and a half, we've been able to grow it to 108 mentors. So we have 2 different types of mentors. We have a primary mentor, and we also have subject matter experts. And we ask our mentors for a 1 semester commitment. We have Wednesdays virtual lab hours, and we ask them to come to virtual lab hours 1 hour per month, and as well as 2 hours a month with their team that they're mentoring. So I'm going to pass it back to Tanya. Thank you.
We're really proud of our mentorship program. We're hoping that this program can be a model for the mentorship program here at Miramar College. And some of the mentors are also part of our advisory committee. We're proud of this committee as well. This initially was a committee just at Miramar College, and last year we joined forces with Mesa, with Continuing Ed, and with City College to form the Regional Entrepreneurship Advisory Committee. There are over 80 members in this committee, and we've had a lot of success with this committee and been able to gather data like the data that you see here in this chart, where we asked our attendees if they thought of an incubator program that was doing an excellent job educating the next wave of San Diego entrepreneurs. And we found by and large 37% of them did recognize that the REC was doing an excellent job of doing so. So that was we were proud of that recognition, and we were also proud of the fact that our students are really they have a positive reputation in the community, in the entrepreneurship or startup ecosystem. And one thing that underscored that was at Startup San Diego last year, they chose 12 teams out of the hundreds of teams that applied to be in this competition. 7 of the 12 teams that were chosen came from the REC, which is just it's astounding. It's amazing. No other organization, university, or incubator had that kind of success. And so it just, like I said, underscored how amazing our students are, and their ability to pitch and to rock it. So if you're interested in learning more about the Rec Innovation Lab, please reach out to us, attend a workshop, follow us on social media, apply to be part of the program. We have lots of faculty in the program or just coming to workshops. So please be a part of the Rec. The Rec is for everyone. Reach out. We're here. And thank you for your attention. And thank you to the team for the presentation today. And take care, everyone. Goodbye.